So, you've probably seen Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 2, Disengage, and I'm sure you've got some questions about that big ending reveal in Jack Crusher. So, as always, I'm Al, this is the Geek in Review, and in this video I'm going to talk about some ideas, some theories about Jack Crusher, where he's from, and what might be going on. So if you haven't seen Episode 2, this will potentially contain spoilers. Also, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I really do appreciate it, and if you've got a minute, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. So yeah, we all had theories for a week there, well, at least some of us that haven't seen the episodes already, but there was certainly some clues about who Bev's baby daddy was, but this week we got it confirmed right at the end of the episode, and what a scene. I mean, they didn't say a word to each other. In fact, did Crusher say a word at all? I don't think so, but my god, when it both hit them. Like, where is this going to pick up? I want to see the discussion after this. But anyway. So we know that he's Picard's son, but then that also raises a few questions as well. So I'm going to talk about some next generation timelines, some theories I've got that I've mentioned before in a previous video. So if you've not seen that, probably check it out. If not, don't worry about it. See how you feel after this. It's totally up to yourself. But yeah, Jack made a bit of a splash, let's put it that way, when he appeared in this episode in the flashback. Very Han Solo, and initially I thought it was just me, but I've seen a few people comment about it on Twitter as well. And also a little bit Jack Sparrow, that's what I thought from some of the scenes, the bit where he was in prison on board the Titan. But this guy, you know, there's some mysteries to solve. So in this video I want to talk about a few things. Mainly, when he was born, why did Beverly hide him? Does he know he's Picard's son? Why call him Jack? Because it's pretty weird. And does Wesley know? Will they mention Wesley? So let's get to it. So, when was he born? So looking at Jack's age, he could be anywhere from his late 20s to his late 30s. So if we think about it in sort of the last time we seen the Next Generation crew, if Jack was born after Nemesis, this would make him about his mid-20s. And while that's possible, you know, it's not completely impossible, the actor that's playing him does look older than that. Also, the way that Jack carries himself as a character, he seems a lot more confident and a lot more older than his early to mid-20s. But at least that's just my opinion. So what my thinking on this is, and I've mentioned it in my Picard Theories video already, is, well, Beverly Crusher was off the ship for a year in Next Generation Season 2. I'm not getting into the whole reason why Gates McFadden left, that's not particularly important, I'm talking about the Picard stuff here. So if she was pregnant during that time, that would give her time to, you know, have the baby and then get back on board the ship. Now, when did this happen? So if you look at the TNG timeline compared to Picard, it's about 35, 36, 37 years, around that time frame. So that would tie in with how old Jack appears and also how old the actor is. But then, this brings me on to my second point. Why is she hidden him for all this time? I mean, regardless of how old he is, she's hidden him for decades. Why did she never mention him as well, all the times that they almost died together and all those adventures in the Next Generation? I mean, I know there's a few episodes where it looked as if she was about to say something and we all assumed that she was going to, you know, open up about her feelings about Picard. But I guess they're going to retcon in that she was going to tell him about Jack, because they've sort of retconned in that Borg virus thing already, so I think that's pretty likely. Also, Picard not knowing that he doesn't have a son is a big deal. I don't mean in general, I mean specifically to Picard, because, you know, Last of the Picards, Star Trek Generations, all that stuff. I mean, Picard technically is dead, but yeah, why hasn't Beverly brought this up sooner, and what is the big deal about this guy? I'm interested what you guys think about this, because I think there is more to Jack Crusher and his background and what's been going on than we've been led to believe. So I really want to hear what you think, so let me know in the comments below. So does he know he's Picard's son? Well, if you've seen the episode, you might think straight away no, because he says literally that he doesn't know who his father is or that he doesn't have a father. But he does drop a few hints throughout the episode that he's at least aware of Picard, When he calls him captain and Picard corrects him to admiral, he says that Picard's basically more well known with less pips on him. He also makes a reference to Picard's vineyard as well. So yeah, Beverly could have brought that stuff up to him, but it's unlikely that she would bring it up without mentioning that this was his father rather than talking about her former boss, if that makes sense. Going to show all his cards at once. If he knows that Picard's his dad, he wants to see if this guy maybe does live up to the legend, because as Shaw has said a couple of times, this guy is a living legend. Also, he might be judging how Picard's going to react to him. I mentioned it in my review of this episode that when Picard lists off his crimes, you know, how is he going to reconcile that this is his son and how are they going to deal with this moving forward? Just because it's his son doesn't mean it's someone that he's going to like, so that might be worth thinking about. So yeah, does he know that Picard is his dad? What do you guys think? So why call him Jack? Again, another big one and definitely the weirdest one because, you know, I keep mentioning it. The dead husband, the dead friend, so why did Beverly decide to call her new son after her previous husband? Honestly, I don't know. It's just utterly weird. I do have one theory that maybe Jack isn't his full name and it's a nickname for, say, something like Jean-Luc. So yeah, let that sink in for a second. But I kind of had my bubble burst on this one when I posted it on Twitter, and someone who'd seen the show basically confirmed that his name is Jack and it's going to get addressed in episode 4. Again, I've not seen it, but I trust what I've been told, but I do think that this is a fun theory. But I don't think it's going to pan out. They're not all right after all. So does Wesley know? I mean, yeah, he's like an omnipotent time traveller now or whatever. Who really cares? Just don't bring him back. Don't bring him back. Why would we want him back? But yeah, I think there's a lot more to Jack Crusher than meets the eye, and I'm not just talking about the Han Solo references, because my god is this guy gushing Star Wars. But as always, these are just some of my thoughts. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. What is Jack Crusher? Why has he been hiding? What's Beverly been up to? And what's going on with this guy? Let me know in the comments below, or you can follow me on Twitter at The Geeks Reviews. As always, my name's Al. Thanks for watching.